We're going to take a look at this on the bench. We're going to go over some of the functionality, how it all works, the menu, how to get set up with your model, how to get it hooked to your drone and get you flying. Good thing about TBS is a lot of this is really easy to use. Okay, in order to get your TBS Tango 2 new model set up and switches, we're going to go ahead and push the menu button once, page over, and you'll see where it says model name. You can go ahead and use the wheel and the click to change the letters to make your unique model name. Now keep in mind, you can use the same model to fly multiple rotors, multiple quadcopters. The channel mapping and the fail-safes are already set up for you out of the box, so TBS has already set these up for you. So that's one least thing you have to worry about. The stick inputs, the auxiliary channels are already set, so you don't have to worry about setting those up. All you need to do is set up an arming switch, which we're going to show you how to do that here. And we're going to have to trim in the sticks so they're a little bit more tuned in the Betaflight. And then we're going to go ahead and set up a mode switch, our beeper, and turtle mode, and so on. In order to set up switches, you're going to go right over here to the mixes tab, and you're going to scroll down and you're going to go ahead and select that channel 5. Go ahead and push and hold till it says edit. Then you're going to go in there and give it a name. I just named mine arm for arming switch, modes for modes, and you can just name it wherever you want. Once you have it named, you're going to have to go down here to source and actually push the button that you want to have activated once you activate that switch. You'll see if you go to source and highlight it and push it, it'll start blinking. If you just push the button, it will automatically detect that that's the switch you want to use and map it to that particular output. So that's going to be in your mixes tab, and you can set up all your switches, just add them as a different channel on the radio. You'll see now we have the arm. We can go back and add the modes. If you want to do acro mode, horizon, angle mode, you're going to set all those up in here as well. All those switches that you want to radio to activate, you're going to go ahead and set those up to your liking. For mine, I'm going to have an arming, a modes for acro, horizon, and angle mode. I'm going to have a buzzer, and I'm going to have turtle mode mapped out to all my switches. And you can put these on any switches that you like. I do like to use the 3-position switch for the modes, since I have 3 different positions I can use with that one switch. And then the arming button I use on the side. What we need to do now is go ahead and apply power to the receiver. We're going to take our quadcopter and we're going to plug it in, leaving the TBS Tango 2 powered on. That way we can go ahead and set up these switches. We're going to set these up in Betaflight. We're going to be using Betaflight to show you how to set up these switches. Now that you're in the Betaflight configurator, there's a couple things that we need to do. We need to make sure that we have our channel mapping correctly, which means that according to the sticks I'm moving, they should be corresponding with the correct receiver tabs over here for roll, pitch, yaw, and throttle. If they're not, you need to change that channel mapping. So just use the little arrow where it says channel map and try all the settings in the box. If that doesn't work, you can actually manually type them in the order that best matches, so you can get your joysticks to match the correct output. Alright, so what we need to do in the radio is we need to go to the inputs tab, and we need to go ahead and work with the offset and the weight. And if we go ahead and edit the inputs by using the offset and the weight, we can actually adjust where that middle bar ends up being, when you want to be right around 1500, and then we can adjust it on the end point as well. So go ahead and adjust these in the radio until it corresponds on the screen, and you see that it's where you want it. 1500 for the center, 1000 for the bottom end of the stick input, and at the top end of the stick input, you want 2000. And that's how Betaflight will recognize your 0 to full throttle. Okay, to set up your switches, come down to the modes tab, and you're going to click where it says auxiliary, and you're going to set that to auto. You're going to take the yellow slider and slide it over top of the yellow tick when it's in the position that you want the switch to be activated. And in order to go ahead and activate that, you're going to take your radio and just while it says auto, push the button that you want to be a switch, and Betaflight will automatically detect the switch aux channel that you are wishing to use to perform that function. Now you'll need to set up modes for all the auxiliary channels that you want to use. I'm going to be using the flip over after crash, the turtle mode, the arming. I'll be using a beeper, and I'll also be using a modes for horizon, angle, and acro mode. So just set up all the switches that you wish the auxiliary channel on the TBS Tango to perform, and once you have all those set up and you have them set correctly, you're pretty much ready to go. Your radio's all set up, you got your failsafe already set, you got all your auxiliary channels mapped out, you got all the controls mapped out to where they need to go. Corresponding, the quadcopter will be moving correctly. Make sure you double check on the 3D model in Betaflight that when you move the sticks on your transmitter, it actually moves the quadcopter the way it's supposed to be, the way you interpret it to be moving. If not, you're going to have to go back to your channel mapping and keep trying and changing that configuration. Thanks so much for watching, guys. More TBS Tango 2 radio videos to come on the channel, so stay tuned for that. And I'm going to be doing a playlist. Make sure you check out my TBS Tango 2 playlist. Until next time, guys, thanks for watching. E-Drone, out.